What's up YouTube? Capital G here, looking at a new Red Eye search spell called Red Eye's Insight coming out of Invasion of Venom. And first off, the artwork on this card looks absolutely badass. Red Eye's in his all of his glory, man. The card looks magnificent, and I'm hoping that this isn't going to be the only Red Eye's card in this set so far in Invasion of Venom. Konami has kind of just been revealing one card per archetype that, you know, is like kind of getting some legacy support. Let's see. So we have Red Eyes that are getting support. Cleafort are rumored to get support. Arrow Mages are getting support. Frames are getting support, but they've only really been showing off one card. So I'm hoping that each archetype will get at least a couple of cards, maybe like 3 cards. That'd be kind of nice. But anyways, this is Red Eye's Insight. It is a search spell. It says you can only activate 1 Red Eye's Insight per turn. Send 1 Red Eye's monster except Red Eye's be chick from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Add 1 Red Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand except itself. So you can't search another copy of Red Eye's Insight. The fact that you can't search itself, I don't understand why this card is once per turn. Like, I mean, even if you activated 3 of these in one turn and you just kept searching other copies of Insight, maybe you'd be able to dump 3 monsters in the graveyard, 3 Red Eyes monsters. Like, it would only kind of be broken like if you soul charged them all back at once. Like, okay, that would be kind of broken, but outside of like that, I mean, I don't really understand how it would be that powerful. So I really don't think that it needed the only activate once per turn if you couldn't search itself. Like, it needed to be kind of one or the other. But anyways, YG Organization did a really good job of showing some of the things that you could search, and some of the Red Eyes spells or traps are actually really good. My favorite is Red Eyes Fusion, because you can just use the materials from your deck, which is incredible, and then you go on the Black Skull, which is like an Armades, plus it does a whole bunch of like burn damage after you go through damage calculation in the battle phase and whatnot. You can just burn your opponent for a huge amount of damage. So this card can do a lot of damage by itself, and it's really good to have just an easy way to search Red Eyes Fusion, because I played Red Eyes a couple of times on stream, and this card feels like the power play, and being able to search it is extremely good. Also, Red Eyes Insight does have a lot of natural synergy with like Lord of the Red and Red Eye's Transmigration, because this card is searchable by it. And if you're playing Lord of the Red, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to search Transmigration or to even play it if you're not playing Lord of the Red. You could send one of these high-level Red Eyes, like you could send one of the, Red Eyes with like 8 stars, 10 or whatever. You could send those to the graveyard. You can search Transmigration, and then if you have Lord of the Red, then you just activate this and you banish the Red Eyes that you just sent from your deck to the graveyard. You just banish it from the graveyard, and then bam, you already have your cost. Like, you basically have the cost for the ritual already paid. So that's a really, really economic play. There are a couple of other plays I could see someone possibly doing with this card. They aren't the fastest combos. Like, okay, you could dump a copy of Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon, and then you could search Red Eye's Spirit, and you could just reborn it. But it is a trap, so like basically you're gonna have to set it and hope your opponent doesn't banish it, or hope this card doesn't get blown up. And kind of, if you can get back to your turn and you can reborn the Red Eye's Metal Darkness, then you know how much how much advantage that card can rack up by itself. So I think the card is okay. I think that it's kind of slow. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be really nice if like Red Eyes just got like a monster reborn, but wasn't a trap or something like that. That would make this card so much quicker, because I do love being able to search the Red Eye spells or traps. I just don't think that, like, the Foolish Burial effect doesn't seem super good. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's sort of there. Oh, by the way, that Foolish Burial effect, that is a cost to activate and resolve this card. So if your opponent has Dark Law or Macrocosmos on the field, you can't even activate this, because the little semicolon there, that this is actually the cost. But yeah, it feels like searching another Red Eye spell or trap is great, but it just seems like when you send the monster to the graveyard, it's just like blah. Like, it's just kind of there. Like, none of the Red Eyes monsters seem to get like any like great benefit of being dumped into the graveyard. I mean, you could potentially run like Red Eyes Wyvern, but man, that card is like, this card is like super slow. In a game of today's speed, like, I don't think a lot of people are running Red Eyes Wyvern. Like, if you're dumping it in the graveyard and then during the end phase you want to summon like a Red Eyes Metal Darkness, like, that's cool, but it just seems extremely slow, because you can't like normal summon during that turn, and you won't even get this guy's effect either way. So I see this card as like maybe a 1 or a 2. You know what? Maybe like a 2 of, but I'm just gonna use it like I would just use it to search Fusion. You know what I mean? Because Fusion's like the best card. Or if you're running the Ritual version, then okay, I would definitely run like Insight. But outside of that, it's just okay. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always.